I was invited to fly to Dubai for a private AI mastermind event with the handful of the best content creators in the AI space around the world. Leah Motley, Akil Wade, Giannis AI, all of these amazing people, all of them were there. And I'm going to show you one, exactly how to get into hyper successful circles just like this. These people are young, they're motivated, they're doing 6 to 7 figures online. They can work whenever they want, they can do whatever they want in their business. I'm going to show you how to exactly get into these types of circles. 2, I'm going to show you the 5 main lessons I learned in my flight to Dubai. It took me 20 hours to get there, almost a day to get back, and I'm going to summarize my 5 lessons I learned from hyper successful AI millionaires, if you will, in this video. If you do not stick around for this is one of my most valuable videos, you're truly at a loss. I cannot wait to break down the lessons that have changed my life that hopefully I could communicate to you so it can help you out as well. I'm actually going to go grab coffee, take you along for the ride, and spit game on 1, how to surround yourself with hyper successful people, and 2, how to succeed in the business game and give you top 5 lessons, especially if you're running an AI company. Let's get it. All right, first lesson is, how did I get into such a tight circle? There was a common denominator, one thing that every single person there, I think there was about 12 to 14 people there, every single person had this one thing in common, and that is a social media presence, specifically on YouTube. I never asked to be a part of this, but someone saw my YouTube channel, Leah Motley in specific, and he reached out to me to join this group. If I never posted on social media, I never would have been in this group, and that goes the same for every single other person. How does someone know you exist if you do not have a personal brand? Especially if you're running a company in 2024 and beyond, it's very hard to be successful without a mini personal brand and people that actually trust you and know who you are. So 1, the common denominator of how I got into this insanely tight circle of people that I truly now look up to and call friends, and they help me out with stuff and I help them out with stuff. I got into the circle because of posting content on YouTube. I have a whole free training of how that actually went down and how I use YouTube to make multiple sales on my high ticket offer every single month. I booked in 5 sales calls yesterday, guys, which is one of my best days. That free training is down below, but to get into circles that are of high value, you have to have a personal brand. Because this circle found me, I did not even do any outreach for it. People saw the value I was putting into my content and they actually reached out to me. So think about how powerful that is. One YouTube video really, and I honestly mean this, changed my life. And guys, it really only takes one video to absolutely change your life. Trust me, it happened to me and it can happen to you. There's also a free strategy session down below that you could go ahead and book in a call with me. Absolutely free. I won't sell you anything. It's how to build a mini personal brand using AI and start booking in highly qualified sales calls and join groups like this, or people even reach out to you to join groups like this. It's life-changing. I'm gonna grab my coffee real quick. All right, guys, I got the coffee. By the way, look at the view, man. You can't beat it. The camera doesn't do it justice either, but now I'm going to get into the 5 lessons I learned. There was over 10 guys there, so it's a large data set. And these are the 5 things that every single person mentioned, bringing value to their life, lessons they learned, and all of these helped people in their own businesses, in their own lives. These 5 lessons, guys, have truly changed the way I think, and I've already seen the results. Again, the business is doing better than it ever has. And it's because of these 5 lessons that I'm gonna get into right now. All right, guys, lesson number 1, and these are in no order of significance, by the way. Lesson number 1 is that every single person has failed multiple times. I'm talking about going into debt, getting scammed. I personally have lost a lot of money before, like a lot of money before. Every single person has started a business and failed badly, all right? But they kept trying. They learned from their mistakes and they kept trying. None of them are quitters, myself included. If you quit, you're a loser. If you actually keep going, you can't lose. If you don't quit, you can't lose, guys. That's the lesson. I've known that for a long time, but just to share that with you guys, every single person there has failed multiple times, some in really bad ways. Myself, again, I failed 7, 8 businesses before one actually worked. But I used all the lessons that I've learned and all the failures and learning lessons to build up this business, right? That will now change my life. So that is lesson number 1. Everyone has failed, but no one has quit. All right, guys, I moved it back inside because it is really hot outside. But lesson number 2 is super important and it's business oriented. It's gonna open up a lot of people's minds. Every single person there was struggling with different problems, number 1. So there's a lot of solutions you can provide to the market because every single person is struggling with different things. And 2, some people had completely opposite problems. This was eye-opening for me. No joke. Some people had not enough leads, common problem. Some people had too many leads to the point where they couldn't fulfill. That is an opposite problem. So people are struggling with things that you couldn't imagine them struggling with. People have the opposite problems of you, meaning they're getting too many calls. and they can't scale that way. So there's so many avenues to provide solutions out there. Every single person is struggling with something in their business because every single person wants to do more. So if you're good at one thing, there are people out there that will buy it from you. You just have to market it in the right way. Again, mini personal brands, stuff like that. Get your message out there because every single person needs a solution, and people are struggling with problems that you probably aren't even thinking of right now. So open up your mind to the problems people are facing and start solving those problems. There's so many solutions out there, especially when you get AI involved. There's endless possibilities, almost too many possibilities, which is another lesson down the line that I'm gonna talk about. All right, guys, and this is a lesson number 3. This is also business oriented. You have to niche down. Every single person there, again, is on YouTube and they have large followings. I myself included have a small following, but the same applies where I get an influx of leads that are all over the place. They're all different. Some people are in real estate. Some people are in the banking industry. Some people are in the tax industry. Some people are content creators. Now, while the attention and the leads is awesome, it's not what you think because every single service is different. The technology is different. The systems you're working with is different. The literal people and what they know, their skill sets, they're different. And it makes for a non-scalable service. You cannot scale people if you're working with every single person unless you're doing super high ticket custom work, which in my opinion is not the route I want to take. So talking to people that have bigger brands than I do, they have to niche down or at least service down, right? A niche does not always have to mean a department. So a niche, what you probably think of is, oh, let me target e-commerce. Now let me target real estate. That's a niche. You can also niche down in a service. So I only do AI calling. I only do AI social media. I only do AI lead generation. I only now do AI lead generation. Free training down below. But I service down and I niche down in a service is what I should say. I'll do all types of niches. So I could do real estate. I could do B2B agencies. I could do all different niches, but one single service, if that makes sense, right? Again, if you have a question, just DM me on Instagram. So pick a niche if you really want to scale. And then when you get to a large amount of followers or doing, $50,000 a month, then you could take on every single person because you have cash flow to build out a team. And that leads into the 4th lesson, which is a team. Super important. What makes a team so important, and this is lesson number 4, is 2 things. Logistically, you could literally just do more work. If there's 2 people opposed to 1, you could do more work. 2 is the motivation and discipline aspect, which I'll get into. But 1, you could literally do more work. If I'm just working alone and you have 2 people on your team, you will do more work than I can in a day. If you're doing smart work, you will get further than I can in a week, in a month, in a year, because there's 2 people. Now, that does come with trade-offs of splitting profit and doing other stuff. But I was very on the fence about having a team member or hiring anyone when I first got to Dubai. This was just something for me. I guess I was being a little bit selfish, and I've always been burned in the past by other people I've worked with. So I was very hesitant to hire someone else. But this has completely changed my mind. Again, when I talk to all these people, most of them have partners and they have very good people on their team that allow them to get to that next level, even if they have to take a pay cut, all right, which is something I needed to hear. All right, you could do, again, twice the amount of work. And if you find someone that complements your skill set, you could do almost 3 times the work, right? I'm really good at content marketing, sales, all that stuff. If I found a really good technical partner, which I have now, thanks to the advice I got at the AI Mastermind, I could do twice the amount of work and I could feel confident in when I get a sale, I have an awesome team that will take care of the rest. So that is number 1. Logistically, you could just do more work. 2 is really important for the motivational and discipline factor, right? A lot of the guys there had partners. Think about it. It's hard working alone, right? You get stressed, you get doubt, you don't want to try. We're human, right? Sometimes you just don't want to do the work. If you have someone else that is relying on you to make money, they have to feed themselves through you and the action you take every day. I guarantee you'll get that work done because someone else is relying on you, all right? Just the motivational aspect of that alone is why you should look into having a team member or at least a community around you of people that are taking action, right? I take so much action now because I don't want to get left behind, right? When we have that next AI mastermind, I'm not going to be the one person that didn't do anything. So that accountability factor of having a partner, specifically someone that is in the same company as you, is huge. If you guys want to work with me, by the way, and you have a skill set, just DM me on Instagram. I'm looking for all types of people if you are good at what you do and you work hard. But number 4 lesson, get a team. You could go really, really far with a team, even if in the short term you have to take pay cuts and you have to work it out. So that is lesson number 4. And number 5 is also super important. Let's get it. All right, guys, the 5th and final lesson that I could summarize for you guys from the AI Dubai Mastermind trip is one that everyone knows, but it's super hard to master. And that's something that everyone on this trip, all of these hyper successful young men had. an unbreakable mentality, and high self-belief in themselves. This is something that is extremely hard to master, but that is applicable in all areas of life. Business aside, it applies to relationships, your health, your wealth, everything, guys, is self-belief and an unbreakable mentality. If you can master those two things, you will be set for life. And that is something everyone had. Everyone had an unbreakable mentality and insane self-belief in what they can do. All right. Now, I'm sure that a lot of them still have limiting beliefs, and a lot of them, including myself, like I'm speaking about me too. I have so many limiting beliefs still, but just being around people that are doing what you want to do and succeeding in an insane amount of ways is very, very liberating from the idea that, it's hard. It's not hard. Everything is possible, right? If you take the right amount of action, surround yourself with the right people, and consistently put in effort, it will come true. It's just a matter of time. And having that self-belief in yourself that you could do everything, having that limiting belief, crushing spirit is huge. So that's the last thing I wanted to leave you guys with as I sort of go and do this errand here, is that you could do anything, man. I mean, I'm 22 years of age. I posted one YouTube video. It changed my life. Now I'm on the road to making 6 figures a year working off of my laptop, utilizing AI. Is that not crazy? A year ago, I was in school learning about something I did not want to do, and now I'm here. 1 year, 12 months, guys. And deep down, I knew this was going to happen. Like, I knew I was going to achieve this. It was just a matter of time. I've been trying at business for 7 years, man. Like, since I was 15, 16, I've been trying at business and failing, but I never gave up. So that's the last thing I want to leave you guys with. If you guys want to surround yourself by highly successful people, get on social media, specifically YouTube. You can also scale your business through YouTube. Free trainings down below. DM me down below. Reach out to me. Tell me if you like this style of video, because I do have a Dubai vlog coming soon, which I need an editor for. If you want to work with me, DM me. But that's all I got, guys. Go out there, squash those limiting beliefs, surround yourself by hyper successful men, and I promise you, you could do it. Talk to you soon.